We are now on our last section of our study guide. It's I can classify rational numbers. So it wants us to classify the following numbers in the diagram below. Now remember, you could be given any range of the different Venn diagrams for rational numbers. This one does not have one of our boxes, and that is our natural numbers box. But know that all natural numbers are whole numbers. So if it is a natural number, it automatically goes in that whole number box. Remember, we're only looking for the smallest box it goes in, not all three or all of them. So when I look at 16, I know 16 is a whole number, so it's going to go right there. 9.5 is a decimal, so it automatically makes it a rational number because it is not any type of positive or negative whole number. Then we look at 2 1/3. Because there's a 1/3, negative 2 1/3 is not an integer because it's not a whole number, so it has to be a rational number. Then we look at 9/3. 9/3 at first glance looks like it's a rational number because it's a fraction, but if we simplify 9/3, 9/3, 9 divided by 3 is 3, so 9/3 is actually a whole number. 0, like we've learned, is a whole number, so it's going to go in there. Then I'll look at negative 20 divided by 5. 20 divided by 5 is 4, so negative 4. So negative 20 over 5 is actually an integer. 4.71 is a rational number because it's not whole. 11 is a natural number, therefore it's a whole number. And then we have negative 19.0. They tried to trick us there by adding that 0.0, but it is a whole. Negative 19 is a whole, therefore it is going to go in the integers even though there is a decimal 0. And then our last bit of section is classify the numbers in the table by checking all that apply. Well, when I look at my numbers, I have whole, integer, rational. Negative 8 is an integer, but because it's an integer, because it wants us to do all that apply, I do know that integer is the smallest that it belongs in, but because it's an integer, it's also a rational number. When I look at 7.0, 7.0 is a whole number. It's a whole. Because it's a whole number, it's also an integer, and because it's an integer, it's also rational. Negative 1.5, it's not a whole number, therefore it cannot be an integer, it has to be rational. 9 divided by 3, we talked about it up here, that it is a whole number, but because it's negative, it's not a whole number. It starts out that it's an integer. Because it's an integer, it automatically makes it rational. And then 3/5 is also a rational number. So on questions like this, and you have like one of these on your test, remember that you're giving me all that apply. So you find the smallest. So the first thing you do is find the smallest, and then tell me all to which it belongs. I hope this helps. I hope all these videos help. Good luck on your test tomorrow, and I guess I'll see you then.